Clean and classic.
That is awesome. Yeah.
Wow. Wow.
Yeah.
I'm doing a build right now for Indian and Folds of Honor. It's a charity build. We're going to be auctioning this bike away and giving the money to families that can use it. I was stoked when I was approached to do this project. It was a no-brainer for me. It's just my way of giving back. I'm all about it.
The mission of Folds of Honor is pure and it's simple. We provide educational scholarships to the spouses and children of fallen and disabled veterans and first responders across the whole country. When a service member or law enforcement officer, EMS, is killed during the line of duty or disabled, the immediate thought goes to that individual, of course. But a lot of people don't realize the second thought is always the family. So Folds of Honor focuses on these families who just lost their North Star in their life, and they don't know how they're going to be able to continue to move on with life.
My dad was everything I want and wanted to be. He loved this country and wanted to defend it. And there was a knock on the door to the two men in uniform to tell us that my dad was killed. My whole world just fell apart. My mom now had 4 kids with no husband, and that's when she found Folds of Honor. When Folds of Honor said that they would be willing to pay for my college and help me go to school because of the sacrifice he made, it came full circle that someone does care. He just didn't know that they were there, that someone did care.
When I was approached to do this build, for me it was a no-brainer because it's going towards a good charity, it's going towards something I believe in. I've seen what the Folds of Honor charity is all about, so when I was approached to do this build, I was like, yeah, let's do it, let's figure it out. What's going on, boys?
How are you doing, brother?
How's it going?
Nice to meet you, Alec.
Yeah. Jeremy, nice to meet you.
Which Dave?
How you doing? Nice to meet you, man.
Yeah.
How was the ride up?
Awesome. Yeah.
San Diego?
San Diego.
Yeah, nice. So what is your role? Like, what all do you do?
I'm a vice president for a chapter out of San Diego for IMRG, which is the Indian Motorcycle Riders Group.
That's rad. Yep. And then how long you been at Folds?
I've been with Folds for 2 years, do all our media production, do our socials and everything. So it's working with a veteran organization and being a veteran, and there's no better job in the world.
That's awesome. That's cool. Yeah, thank you guys.
Yeah, we appreciate it. Can't wait to see the bike.
Yeah, so as of right now, we have the paint, all that's done, the bike's looking good, but there's still so many more parts coming. But I'll give you a walk around the bike and tell you everything that we're gonna do when I open up this door.
Awesome.
Cool.
So the Indian Motorcycle Charity Ride, it's all about the Indian Motorcycle Riders Group. So this is throughout the whole country. Every group, every individual has the chance to raise money for Folds of Honor.
IMRG is all about its chapter members that are worldwide. They have chapter rides, charity events, and it's camaraderie of other Indian riders worldwide. Majority of our friends and our chapter members are veterans, active military, first responders, so that tie-in is very strong with us, so we want to support that.
When I found out Twitch was getting involved with Indian Motorcycle and Folds of Honor and building this bike, it truly was like a little kid in a candy store moment. Just to have someone like him who is truly so influential in this community, it just goes to show how much he cares about what we're doing here.
Clean and classic.
That is awesome.
Wow. Wow.
Yeah.
And this is just the beginning.
That's a 116 too.
Yeah.
Oh.
So you started with an RT?
Yeah, so it was an RT. Got rid of like some of the bag mounts that were underneath it, and then my buddy Steven from Finish FX did the paint. And when we were thinking about the bike, and he's like, let's just do something classic, like something clean, because he's like, who knows who's gonna get this bike? We don't want it all wild.
Yep.
So that's why we went with like the red candy and then the pearl and then like the lace across the tank and then the gold leaf. Like, let's just keep it subtle, but like clean, you know? And then we did he did the Folds of Honor logo back here in like this gold, like it looks so rad.
So
just like simple and clean, you know?
Yeah, very clean.
And then the dudes from Tosh made like a pipe for this thing. It looks so rad on this bike. I'm stoked to see it all come together, like once we get all the parts and everything. But I think this thing's gonna be rad when it's done. It already looks like a really cool bike, so whoever gets this thing is going to be pretty stoked when everything's done.
Even the subtle gold through
Yeah.
everything, when you get the light hit in it, it looks absolutely incredible.
My first reaction to seeing the bike was, holy, I know it's not completed yet, so I can't imagine what it's gonna look like when it's finally finished, but the paint job is just absolutely ridiculous. Anyone who sees this bike, it's gonna turn heads, and anyone is gonna be lucky to have this and have a lot of pride riding this bike.
Well, I like that they chose Chief RT, number one. That's a new product to their line. I can't wait to see it finish.
I'm just stoked to see this bike come together, man. Like everyone I hit up about this build, knowing it was for Folds of Honor and giving back, everyone was like, yeah, we'll send you whatever parts you need. Now I'm just waiting for a few other parts. Like the guys from R&S are sending us wheels. Kraus is sending us risers, bars. Like we got a Barnstorm kit for a chain drive. I'm stoked. So how's it work like with the fundraiser, like for this bike?
So for this bike specifically, all the IMRGs across the whole country, we're doing a charity ride on September 20th. We're gonna take this bad boy and auction it off and try to raise as many educational scholarships for the families as we possibly can. That's how all of Indian and all the riders get involved and try to make a difference by raising as much money as possible.
I have a bunch of friends and family that were in the military, that are cops, first responders and stuff like that. So just to like be able to give back to something cool that like I have pride in like building it. Like
Absolutely.
I want it to be cool. Like I have fun with it.
There's a lot of organizations that can say they support this type of cause, but to really show up and put time and effort into this, it really shows that Indian Motorcycle and everyone involved within Indian Motorcycle really cares about these individuals that have served our country in some capacity. From now all the way to September 20th, we're asking the Indian Motorcycle Riders Group to raise as much money as they possibly can to go to the families of deceased and disabled veterans and first responders. And this program with Indian Motorcycle National Charity Ride can affect up to 100 kids or spouses all across the nation. And we're not stopping there. It all ends with this incredible motorcycle that is going to be auctioned off to just put the cherry on top of how much money we can raise for Folds of Honor.
For those people that want to get a look inside of this charity work for the Folds of Honor, come to the events, hang out with us. It doesn't matter if you own a motorcycle or not.
If I could give a message to anyone who ends up with this bike from the auction, it's just my appreciation to you is just thank you. Thanks for trusting the process. Thanks for giving back to our military and our fallen soldiers and everyone that has anything to do with Folds of Honor. Like for me, this is my way of giving back, and I can't thank you guys enough for being a part of it.
For anyone who is interested in getting involved in this program, go to the website, join, sign up, go find your local IMRG, pop into one of your dealerships, talk to them, see what their plan is for the ride. If you're not able to make it, you can also donate as well and just get involved.